Okay, episode 1 of the SIDEMEN Show. How it goes down, they're sitting in SIDEMEN Manor. They get an incoming message from Steve-O saying, you guys want to become some like superheroes, like some action movie heroes, come down to Morocco and we'll do that. Sitting up on there, Steve-O tells them what to do. They do a few challenges, but there were a few things that I didn't really like. I thought, this could have been done better, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right into that. I would say my favourite thing about the episode would be Harry and how he was going against the whole idea of it all being scripted and them kind of just following the rules of the writers. Like when Steve-O's trying to talk, he like puts his word on it and makes the whole like thing feel a lot more real.
So who better to help you guys become true action heroes?
The Rock, probably.
There was many parts in this whole like episode where I felt, oh, this really isn't real. I really wish it was though.
I'll be giving you instructions the whole time while I watch from up here. I may even follow you.
Like a pedo.
You bet.
Another thing that really made me laugh was the whole yellow truck thing that happened with JJ and Ethan when they were just stuck in that yellow car and all the other guys were in Range Rovers, but they were sitting in this like shit yellow truck. They found some weird milk in there. Nothing was really working. Ethan had a massive goat there for some reason that was written into the whole thing just to make it a bit more uncomfortable for them. The fucking screen's gone, hasn't it? Shit. There we go. Alright. The whole yellow truck thing I thought was really funny. I know that a lot of it was scripted, but that thing was really funny. It made me laugh.
There's no chance of them not arguing.
We're in Marrakesh, Marrakesh, we're in Marrakesh. You can't just do that. And he's banana
And then fucking train, wait. And finally, at the end of like all that shit going on, we had the light bulb stunt with Steve-O. He just ran and jumped through like 36 of them, and that was fun. That was really enjoyable because that's what Steve-O's like known for doing dumb shit like that. So I'm happy they used Steve-O like that and didn't just stick to what they gave Steve-O before. What did they give to Steve-O before, you ask? Well, they gave him a lot of cringy things to say.
Splitting up. I like that. Like that.
A lot.
Remember, boys, to be an action hero, you gotta have a catchphrase. You gotta be sexy. And a bunch of other stuff.
Do you want to hear my catchphrase?
Alright, hit me.
Alright.
I don't think I do.
Hide your wife. I've got a knife.
It really kind of hindered on the whole like experience of them being in Morocco and like looking through the market, because it just felt really fake.
I like it, Beck. You're the ultimate chameleon. Just blending right in. Great work.
And this goes straight into the cons.
They're hot, but you need more. JJ, take this to another level.
So Steve-O as a person is funny enough. Like, you don't need Steve-O to really do anything. He just needs to be himself, and that's funny enough. But what happened was that the writers were just giving him stuff to say that just felt like something Steve-O wouldn't say.
Blending right in. Blending.
It was said by Steve-O and had like certain things that would make it sound like Steve-O, but it was the way he said it.
Yeah, dudes.
It just didn't feel right.
Dudes.
Like, if you watch it, you just really think, what have they done here? Just let Steve-O do Steve-O's thing. Don't give him these scripted lines because it just doesn't work.
Dudes.
You know, like he's a stuntman and he's just a funny guy. He doesn't need lines. You guys should have just stuck with like just Steve-O as a person and let him just rock it. Another thing that really annoyed me was the whole goat scene when Ethan found the goat, didn't tell anyone about it, and a guy started chasing him. I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is actually quite funny. But then I realised as it goes on that it was just a chase sequence that the writers have put in so they can have like slow-mo things of like the Sidemen like basically fucking things up, like throwing lemons in the air and like people like just running through the streets like trying to catch them and stuff, because the guy was like saying, oh yeah, catch him and stuff. But then like they left that whole scene with like a really bad twist that just wasn't funny. It was like, oh damn it, he forgot his change or something like that. I really wish they just left it at that. I just sat there and I was like, there was so much more you could have done with that. It felt really, really fake and scripted, and for people like the Sidemen, they don't need anything scripted. If it was more like real, I think it would have been a lot more entertaining to watch, because as people like are sitting there, they're like, yeah, this is scripted, you know.
Sidemen! Before we get started here, who came up with "Show me your penis"? Excellent work! That is an action hero catchphrase if I ever did hear one.
Now that's not true. Why would you choose "show me your penis" over
Hide your wife, I've got a knife.
And that's why. It's because they made KSI say "show me your penis," and the writers wanted to ensure that Steve-O liked that joke. So they decided to choose that over "hide your wife, I've got a knife." And personally, I think that was a lot more funnier than the other one. I think we can all agree on that. This leads me on to the next thing about how funny things were being ruined by the realisation that they were fake. Another scene in the whole thing that I thought was funny, but then the more I realised that it was fake, it kind of lost how funny it was.
I think we need to buy a carpet.
That's a carpet right there.
Oh, wow.
How convenient.
How convenient.
Need to get a carpet, and they're like kind of joking about it, of like saying, oh yeah, how convenient that this is here. And I'm thinking, all right, it's quite funny, but because you can kind of see that they were kind of like jogging it on, because straight away, that as soon as that happened, I was like, yes, I now know that this is scripted. That they didn't really want to buy this carpet. Kind of got to a bit where I was like, this really isn't like making me laugh, where it got to the whole thing when KSI was like, oh, I'm hungry. So he went over to a food stand. I mean, we see like a slow panning shot, and then as soon as that happens, I'm like, yep, this has been planned before. And they do this whole like skit of how like Simon is holding this carpet and he's just flinging it around at everyone. You got Harry falls on the floor and gets covered in powdered paint. Like JJ like drops a load of snails on the floor. Toby falls backward like a slow motion thing. And then all the other boys run past with the goat, and then they all run off. Because I was there sitting like, come on now, this could have been really, really, really funny. But I really think that if they got rid of that scripted bit and just let the boys do what they need to do. Long story short, the writers wrote it, and I just wish that they had a bit more input from the boys, because I really feel like it wasn't the type of comedy that they're into. But it kind of got to the point where they were trying a bit too hard to try and get with their comedy.
Hey JJ, try the catchphrase.
Hey!
Hello.
Show me your penis.
Either way, I know that there was jokes that really didn't land with me, but then there was also some that were quite funny. It was enjoyable to watch because the boys did make it enjoyable, but when you're sitting there, you just have a constant hindering thing about the realisation that you know that the majority of this wasn't actually like made by them. It was made by a whole camera crew and writers and stuff, and it loses like the comedy value of how it would be if they had more impact in what they were being told to say. I really feel that if they kind of listened to what they were saying more and didn't try and like think what their comedy is, but instead them like just do their thing and not have these weird little like action sequences, I think the whole episode would have been better. It's free and it was enjoyable. The yellow truck scene was hilarious.
Oh, shit!
Harry was great in the show.
Harry, honk if you're horny.
The whole like, you know, the whole difference between like Ethan and KSI in the yellow truck, it was also like great.
I hate you.
I know, I need a poo. I need a poo quite desperately.
The action sequence when they were going through the desert was funny. Also finishing it with Steve-O doing that stunt, I thought that was really good too. But 8 out of 10, that will be for my first episode. Would I say watch it? Yes, because it's free. Hello guys, yeah, so I'm sitting here doing the editing after the video, and I've realised that I haven't actually made a outro for this video. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna say this now. If you guys want to see another episode of this kind of thing, like checking out the Sidemen stuff, please like let me know in the comments. If you can give it a like, that'd be very much appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Your asshole spread, cheeks wide, and bring out the lube.
Oh, Harry's the worst person to lose to.
He really is. Just putting stuff up your butt hurt.
Not if you use enough lube. Use enough lube.